Hello and welcome. My name is Anita Grüßbeck. I'm here to share success stories of women from all around the world to inspire and to encourage millions of women to write their own success story. Today, we'll be talking about exercise. So when you think about exercising, what do you think about? It's probably your arms, your legs, your belly, your bottom, your back. But there is one area most people leave out, which is this area, your face. Have you ever done facial exercise? And this area is so important because it's usually the first thing that you notice about a person, or maybe not the first, but when you talk to someone, it's the part of the body that you look at most of the time, and you see so much in a face, whether it's fatigue, exhaustion, or happiness, positivity, excitement. Your face tells so much about you. Today, I have the pleasure to be introducing to you Tamara Golliez, who is teaching face yoga. Dear Tamara, a very warm welcome. It's great to see you.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation, Anita. It's really nice being here. Thank you.
To be honest, I have discovered face yoga through you. I have never heard of it, even though I love yoga. I've done a lot of different yoga styles myself. And when I read about you, oh my God, she teaches face yoga. What is this? I have never heard of it.
You're not the only one. The thing is, in Asian countries, face yoga is very common. There are more people over there are more into facial expressions, into beauty generally, as well as in the States. It's well known. And Europe is like very often way behind with these things. So all new things, I would say even most of the new things starts in the US. They're coming quite late to Switzerland. And nowadays it starts slowly to be known as it's possible, as you said in the intro, in the beginning, that the body doesn't finish here. So all the exercises from here down, they're very important for our health. But the face is the most important part. I think it's one of the most important parts of our body as well. So it's logical that we have to train this part, or we can train, not we have to, but we should train this part as well.
Yes, that sounds really great. So you have the possibility to train wrinkles away. So when it comes to you, how have you discovered your love for face yoga? What's your story?
My story is I think it's about the same, or most of the women have the same story. Once you just realize when you look in the mirror that you look tired, especially as a mom, spending most time for helping others. It's nothing against it. I love to do it. But then I started to realize, okay, I forgot myself on my way. It's like my face looked always tired. Even if I slept enough, my face was pale, tired, without energy. And I started to see differences. Like before it was like everything was more up, and then it started to sink down. I saw lines I didn't like too much. And then I started to check on them all day. And that's the one thing that we women are specialized in. We just search the parts which are not perfect. So I was concentrating all the time on the parts which I didn't like anymore. And then I started Googling. Yeah, as I say, Professor Google. I started to look around and I found face yoga, and I thought, okay, what's that? Like everyone else, it sounds funny. I started to try it, and after, I think it's about 2 or 3 months, I started to see a difference in my own face. And then when they offered, now I forgot the word, to learn how it works exactly. then I started to do it. I decided I'll jump in and I have to learn everything about face yoga because it's such a wonderful method.
I can see it on your face. It looks so smooth. It's so beautiful. You told me I'm allowed to reveal your age. You're 60 plus. You look so much younger.
Thank you.
It's incredible. I saw a picture before and just I think a couple of months or weeks after you started face yoga. Such a difference, really. Wrinkles just swept away. Gone.
But yeah, they disappear. But what I think is the most important is not only the wrinkles, of course. Everybody loves to have a smooth face, but it's not only the wrinkles, it's also how the skin looks. The skin at itself changed a lot. This pale face tone, the pale color disappeared. It looks fresher, it looks rosier. It's not only my face, but most of them, because it starts, the blood flow restarts, and that's the big difference, you know. I think it's most this difference that you notice. I still have wrinkles, of course.
And you should, because it's part of life. Yes.
Yeah, it's not exactly. It's the life. It's not the age. It's the life, and it's the way I talk. I need my muscles. I use my muscles, so you can see it. It's not a baby face, which didn't do anything, but it looks. My skin is firm, and it looks fresher, and I think that makes a difference.
Yes, I find it very interesting. You say that we do use facial expressions or mimic. We do exercise our face every day, but it's usually subconsciously, and 99% of the time we do the same expressions. So this leads us to wrinkles because we always do the same. But you can take it into your hands and you can actively control it, and yeah, start working out and exercise your face.
Exactly. When I may give an example, nowadays everybody's on the computer, and we start working. We are now about 8 hours a day in front of the computer, so we start working like this. And then we wonder why this starts sagging, these parts. And that's logical, because the neck muscle is prolonged, it's longer now, and this one doesn't work at all. So if we start working this part of the muscle and we look how we walk, how we work, how we do everything, even read. If I take my cell phone, for example, it's here, I don't read it like this. I take my cell phone like this and start working with myself, and that makes a big difference as well. You know, you can start with small steps already to realize your muscles, to work with your muscles, to make a big difference at the end.
What I love as well, that you say basically a couple of minutes, 5 minutes a day keeps the wrinkles away. You can use it in everyday life, whenever, even when you sit in the car, or I mean, the exercise looks a little funny some of them when you start doing this in the car. Where do you like to do your exercises?
I'll do them in the car. I do them everywhere, because they're small muscles. We have really small muscles in the face, so we can exercise them everywhere. And I always tell people, my clients as well, just do 1 or 2 exercises in the morning when you put your cream in the face. Do 1 or 2 exercises in the elevator. Mostly we're alone. We're looking in the mirror over there, so we can do an exercise. I do the exercise in the car, and even if it's funny, my neighbor starts laughing. I think, okay, I did a good thing. He has a happy day because he could start laughing in the morning, and I made my exercise. I did everything I wanted to do. So I really do it all over the day, morning to lunchtime, 1 or 2, before I go to bed, before I go to sleep. All the time I'm just remember one exercise, or when I look in my mirror and I say, okay, now last night I slept less, I didn't sleep enough, or I had something to drink, and I see the difference around my eyes. I just started all these exercises, and it helps really fast.
So when you have tired eyes, you can usually see that, right? When you could barely sleep, and then especially around this area, do you have a quick help, an exercise that you do or that you would suggest to do that
Of
helps?
course, that's mostly, it's liquid. The puffy eyes, it's liquid, because alcohol is the system starts to put more water into the body, or keep more water into the body to and then to clean it out with all the alcohol. So usually you see it here because the skin is very thin. So what I do, I would recommend is just to massage it out a little bit. And I started to do it from outside to the inside, because the tears are going down here. So when you start to do it about 5 or 10 times, even when you put the cream on it, the little massage, you start realizing the nose starts running. That means all the liquids are going out. So it's one of the big eye muscles, the circular muscle around the eyes. When you work on them and massage them all the time, but don't push too hard. This is very thin.
It's very
so even
sensitive,
putting the cream just very lightly, it starts to helps. And if you do it all the time, I say all the time, that means 5, 6 times a day. But you know, that's enough. It's about 20 seconds, and okay, you always have time for 20 seconds. I think it's not
after a while, it's just routine, right?
Yep.
Like every exercise, at the beginning, you have to think about it and remind yourself. And when you do it regularly, or you combine it with something, like when you put cream on yourself, it's just a habit that you do every day.
And that's also part of how I work. When I teach, I give the clients afterwards a PDF with all the pictures. And I said, okay, glue them somewhere you going. Put 1 or 2 in the bathroom. Put 1 or 2 on the side in your car. Put 1 or 2 in the kitchen. So always when you go to the bathroom, you see this picture. Okay, I'm here. So I can do this because then I go to the car and I'll do something else. So I put the exercise together with the daily business. So you get the routine over there, and that's easy. When I have one exercise, for example, I do always in the elevator, because I look in the mirror in every elevator. Everybody looks in the mirror. That's normal.
True.
So I do my eye exercise over there. And it takes one exercise, takes 30 seconds. So I'm in the elevator anyway. So what should I do? Look in the mirror, or look in the mirror and do my exercise. So it's done.
Best intro for an elevator pitch. I guess when others are there, they ask you about it, you tell them, and then
that's my elevator pitch.
Well,
exactly. Yes.
Amazing. I feel like you've discovered face yoga and it changed your life. How did it benefit or change your life, your future, your way of thinking, way of doing things?
Yeah, it's a good point, because when I started, in the beginning, I only wanted to have less wrinkles and look fresher. And with these exercises, I realized I started to look at myself from a completely different way. Before, and I think that's most of the people do it. You use your body as a tool. Even your face, it's a tool to look fresh, to represent something. You go out, you put some cream, you put some makeup, whatever. You shave. For the men, they shave themselves to look good. But it's a tool, and it's never, or usually it's not used as part of our personality. And I realized for myself, since I started with face yoga, I realized much more about myself, how I move my face when I'm tired, how I move my face when I'm happy, how do I look when I'm concentrating? Do I look concentrated like that? Or is my face still relaxed? So this part is like, it's from the outside to the inside. It's kind of a mindset as well, a shift in the mindset. I know much more about myself now since I do face yoga, and that's the part which changed me. I know I can do something. I know I don't need too much time. I look happy. I'm satisfied, and that changed a lot. And I never thought I'm going to teach it. I just did it for myself, but I love it so much. So I think everybody has to have the possibility to learn it. It's not complicated. And it's so fun.
Yeah, that's important as well. So you change the world with the help of face yoga. Yeah, I love it. I can feel your passion. And that's the most important ingredient. Amazing. Also, like your sentence, you say that, which is true, a common misbelief is that people say when you get old, you inevitably get wrinkles. But this is just wrong. Wrinkles are come from bad habits.
Wrinkles are from bad habits, as you say, and also what is the sagginess from the skin. That's normal. The skin gets older. That's normal. We can't change this, but we can fight the gravity. We can fight gravity because gravity is everywhere. That's normal. That's okay. But some parts of the body we don't like gravity. I neither man or no women. We don't like it. We don't need it because parts are going down where they shouldn't. So it's also with the face. If you don't do anything, it falls down everything. And when we start to work on the muscles, it stays on its place. The cheeks are staying up. I don't want my cheeks down here. If I don't do anything, they go down. That's normal. But firstly, I can work my cheek muscles so they stay up here. And so the whole face looks slimmer and fresher. And that's nothing to do with the age. In the age, okay, we know that the skin is changing, but the blood flow, if we look that the blood flows stays active, and we do something for it all the day, so it helps a lot.
So true. Yeah, every wrinkle has a story, and some are true, so important, because it's the only solution is to die young, right?
Yes.
So yeah, but with your method, the face yoga, we can reduce it to the wrinkles that are
Mimical wrinkles.
life.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And we always have wrinkles. These wrinkles will stay because as long as I talk, these wrinkles stay. As long as I laugh, these wrinkles stay.
True. The only alternative is Botox, but then you can't really.
Yes, and Botox in that case is, first, it's nothing natural for our body. And the second thing is the muscle, they still remember the bad habit. Also the Botox here, even I tried it. Honestly, I tried it once, the Botox, because I started to wrinkle always these 11 lines. I say them 11 lines. So these 11 lines, they were very strong, but my muscles always did it. Even with Botox, they were remembering. So when I started concentrate, I did it still. And as soon as the Botox is out of the body, the muscle go back. And now I realize, where are my muscles? I don't need to contract these muscles. I keep it relaxed. So I don't need any Botox anymore. That's the muscle memory, which is more important than just a wrinkle.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's amazing. So when you think about your future, either with face yoga or in general, do you have projects that you currently work on or a dream that you would like to realize one day?
I really want to enjoy my life with my family, of course. And about the face yoga, one dream is I would like to work much more also with companies, because I think that's very important. Companies nowadays, they have to look that their workers are happy or look fresh. You can't have a company and you sell things and everybody's like, nobody's gonna buy. So you have to give them something. And I think face yoga is one of the tools everybody can use for private things, private face. I think the private face, but also the business face. If you have to represent your company, you have to have a fresh look.
True.
You can't sell something. I won't buy from someone who looks tired and angry. So I think that's my next step. That's my goal, where I want to. That also company realize nowadays they start with, okay, yoga classes over lunchtime, things like that. But why not face yoga? As we started in the beginning, the body doesn't stop here.
You can easily do it, and it's so easy to do it online as well. And companies nowadays invest so much in their people. Also further trainings, and yes, people buy from people. And yes, it's again the face that they see and that makes them follow them or makes them.
And the first impression still is very important. Of course, you can change it. If you talk to someone, you realize it's not like he looked in the first impression, but very often the first impression is important. Even if you go to a shop, if you want to buy shoes, and there are 3 people standing around, you choose automatically the one you like most. That's the first impression. You don't know these people.
And most of the time, even within very few seconds, you don't even know why you like someone or dislike someone. It's a gut feeling.
Yeah, and that's also you can change, or you can work with the face yoga. If you look happy, if you look fresh, you have a completely different shining for outside.
Incredible. So what is your personal secret to success?
No stress. I'll try at least. Still working on it. Less stress. No, I really try to enjoy my days. Also, sometimes, of course, I have stress. I have a lot to do, but I really try to enjoy. And I do some exercise, some funny exercise in between. So I feel much better. A smile day helps. Enjoy every day. We only have these days. So
true. It's usually the most simple things that keep us happy, right? Just enjoy everyday life. Yeah.
And things we can't change. So okay, they will change if we believe in it. And otherwise I'll do something different I like. I like more. So
there is a question I read today, or I heard in a different podcast, which I really liked. I'd like to ask you this one as well. What would you recommend your younger self? If you had the chance to talk to your younger self?
Don't think too much. I was very much a thinker, like, should I do this? Is that okay? What do other things about it? What do other people think about it? What do other people think about me? I wouldn't do that again. I think just enjoy, and everybody is special. Everybody's different. And I was more in the time when I was younger that I was like, I wanted to belong and be exactly like others. But I'm not. It took me a while. But I'm not like the others. I'm the only one. So enjoy more. I would say that to my younger self and to everyone. Be yourself.
Yeah. Sounds so easy, right? Be yourself.
Yes, it sounds
It's not.
easier. It sounds much easier. Yeah.
Lifelong learning.
Yeah.
With every day you can become more and more yourself. Yeah.
Exactly.
So you also know a lot of inspiring women. Which inspiring woman would you like to see with me in an interview one day?
There is one person. She is she makes graphic recording, and I think that's it's a friend of mine, and it's a very important or very interesting and important tool as well for businesses as well, or for everyone, because we take notes, but our brain works much more with images. So if you have a conference or a talk or something, and she takes notes in one, she does it on the iPad, but in one picture at the end, the whole conference in one picture. It's amazing. Amazing. Yeah, I think that's also one of the newer tools that everybody should know and use.
Sounds awesome. Thank you. Well, Tamara, thank you so much for your time. I really, really enjoyed it. Thank you for sharing your story and your passion with me.
Thank you so much. Thank you again for the talk, for the invitation. It was really nice. Thanks.
I look forward to hearing more of you.
Yeah, of course, of course.
And to you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really, really enjoyed my interview with Tamara and learned so much. I hope you did too. And if you're into exercising, why not trying out face yoga? You heard it has so many benefits, and it changes, it improves your life and your self-awareness. And, first impressions count. Take care and see you next time. Bye.